Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. May the 4th be with you. And also with you. Happy May 4th on this fine Sunday in May. I wonder if you'll join me in, our language is going to be a little bit different, maybe a little bit from a galaxy far, far away today, but I hope you find it meaningful. It was fun to have some, to tweak our language a bit and to realize how close some of the Star Wars stuff hits to our own faith. It's pretty amazing. We'll say more about that in just a bit. Let's open our service with our gathering litany. Come, seekers of love, the strongest force in the universe.
We open our hearts to the light of love.
Come, dreamers of hope, hope that refuses to yield to fear.
We lift our eyes to the dawn of new beginnings.
Come, builders of justice, justice that rebels against evil and despair.
We strengthen our hands for the work of healing and repair.
Come, peacemakers and bridge builders, peace that dares to cross the stars and divides.
We breathe in the peace that binds all living things.
Come, warriors of courage, courage to stand, to speak, and shine even in the shadow.
We walk forward in courage, trusting the force of love is with us.
Well, then let us worship with all our love, with all our hope, with all our justice, peace, and courage.
The light shines, the force is strong. We are ready. May the 4th be with us.
May the 4th be with us. I wonder if you rise up in body or spirit, we're gonna sing an interpretation of a very familiar hymn that you all know called Joyful, 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 we adore. You all know that one, right? We're going to put some Star Wars words to that and have a little fun. So let's rise up in body or spirit. May the 4th be with you. Let's sing our song today. Joyful, force of love, we stand united. Uncharted, show your wonder in this place. Now together we are stronger. Hope and justice be our song. Fear may rise, but love is stronger, leading us where we belong. All right, we got it. This is born through fierce resistance. Of hate's persistence, we will rise and carry on. Guide our spirit into action, move our hands, ignite our dreams. Force of love, our sure foundation, bind us close in all we see. Galaxies proclaim your eternity. know about you, but I like those words a lot better than the original words. It took me all week to write those words, I tell you. It's just seeing me like candlelight, I'm writing, I'm scratching off, I'm writing, doesn't work. I'm singing, dogs are howling. It was just crazy. Welcome you are. Welcome you are. It's gonna hurt my throat. I won't be able to preach. I know, and also with you. Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Faith United Church of Christ on this May the 4th be with you Sunday. It's a delight to be here with all of you. See some visitors, return visitors, family, first-time visitors. We're delighted to have you here, as well as to all of our friends online. Wherever you're coming through in the galaxy, we don't know where in the galaxy you're coming from. Could be some other planet out there. How do we know? Do we really know? There's no news anymore, right? It's all just make up what you want. So I think people that come in from Mars and stuff, right? I don't know. Who knows? Wherever. Okay, probably more like North Carolina and things like that. So welcome to all of our friends out there online as well. We're delighted that you are here. If you're in person with us, we have a friendship book in the foyer, and keep your information on that. Or put your information on that. We'll keep you apprised of the happenings that we have going on here, which are a lot. And if you're online, just send a note to office@faithucc.org, and we'll get you on that same newsletter list. And I have an update on our friends. And you know, if you were here last week, you know who our friends are. Our friends were outside screaming at us last week during this time. Well, they moved on. Aww. Maybe they'll be back, like the Terminator. They'll be back, all right? I'll be back. They're down at Emmanuel American Baptist, I just heard, screaming at them down there. I don't know what they did.
Yeah, you do.
I loved everybody. That's the problem. Too much love. Too much love is the problem, apparently, for these guys. So they're down there. So hold them, our annual Baptist friends. Robbie, that's your old church down there. I know that on Curlew and CR1 there. So that's where they are today. So we had a really nice message from that Apostolic Catholic Church right across the way over there, that little small church you drive by on a regular basis. They had sent us a really wonderful message of solidarity with us, which is pretty cool. Because we don't often hear from them, and yeah, it was great. So maybe we'll build a bridge and be able to do some things with them in the future here. So thanks to them. And we had so many people reaching out on Facebook about the protesters that were here. And the comments were just overwhelmingly, what is wrong with these people? You know, how can you have too much love in the world? So apparently to some people that is a problem. That's not a problem here, though. Hey, a couple of joys. I want to celebrate World Labyrinth Day was yesterday. Sounds like 25 people rock painting, walking the labyrinth. Looks like a great crowd on a beautiful day. 1 o'clock was like when everybody was walking labyrinths around the world and the galaxy. And the galaxy's far, far away. Everybody was walking labyrinths, and that was pretty cool that we could participate in that. So thanks for all those able to come on out and enjoy a beautiful day on the labyrinth and to paint some rocks. And I bet some of those rocks are still out there, right? You can go out and take a look and see some of those. And I had to put this in there because it was sent to me. This is from a protest the other day. I didn't even ask permission to put this in. I probably should have, but I thought it's just got to be shared because I think it's pretty funny. So to our protesters out there, our rally goers out there, we say thanks for getting out there and spreading the word for justice and hope. And great costumes, by the way, as well. Yeah, and that one, I love it. And others of you have been out there. Oh, wait, Marge, come on up, Marge. We got a joy we want to celebrate, and I want to invite Marge Miller up to announce it. You got it, Marge.
Well, good morning. I am very joyful today for a couple of reasons. My son and daughter-in-law are visiting here, helping to celebrate the 80th birthday of their dad. They live in Somerville, South Carolina. So they're celebrating. And that's why I'm up here. I'm sharing my joy for Don, my honey, for 59 years. And I know we got married young, at birth, maybe. So happy birthday, Don. May the 4th be with you. So after the service, if you'd like to join us for hospitality, there's a really cool cake out there. And also, we're going to have some pizzas delivered. So it's a party. It's a party. So the other reason I'm happy this morning is to announce to you all to save the date. There it is. Sunday, June 1st is Family Pride Day in Dunedin. From 12 to 5, the Faith UCC will have a booth in Pioneer Park. There will be plenty of activities for families, hula hoops, craft bracelets, face painting, and Aya McGill from her hair salon in Dunedin will be doing tinsel hair. Our booth will be featuring rock painting and peace crane origami demonstrations by none other than Crane Man. He's shaking his head. So save the date, Saturday, June 1st. We're looking for volunteers, Sunday, June 1st. We're looking for volunteers to take shifts at the booth. Actually, we're looking for someone who has a 10 by 10 booth. A tent for our booth. We have to start there. There are plans to raise a rainbow flag outside of City Hall, but it's uncertain because the new dumb restrictions regarding flying rainbow flags at state buildings. So if we can't have it flown there, then it'll be flown outside the Dunedin Chamber of Commerce. So there will be a rainbow flag somewhere. It's sure to be a fantastic event, and you are all going to want to be a part of that. We're looking to get together a Pride Day team, so please let me know if you're interested in being a part of this wonderful Pride Day event. There is a Pride meeting this coming Tuesday evening at 4 p.m. at the Chamber. So if you'd like to attend and learn more about the Pride event, please come. So happy Pride, and may the 4th be with you. Oh no, that's Star Trek.
Wow. Those are like fighting gestures right there, I think. Thank you, Marge. And Don, happy birthday to you. 80 years old, or 60 minus 60 plus 20, I think we're saying. Happy birthday, Don. Have a great day. Have a great day celebrating. Absolutely. We have another birthday. Andre is in the house, a friend of Leah and Tom Miller. He is here. He chose to come here instead of going to the beach, and it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Andre. Absolutely. A couple other quick ones. 390 pounds of food this week to Dunedin Cares. Awesome, Joy. Thank you. We got Andre. Is this Linda T? Is this Linda? My sister Marlene. Linda? Linda Ridge. My sister Marlene is in the house. So yeah, welcome. I know we got some other family and friends in the house as well. So a special welcome to all of you here this day. Oh, one more Joy. Rick Jablonski moved into Mies Dunedin, and that's like we got like a little community building over in Mies Dunedin now, which is awesome. So congratulations to Rick. It means he'll be in Dunedin, be able to get here more often and be with us, and that is a joy. Absolutely. Ooh, hey now, we center ourselves for a moment. This thing about the Force. Somebody asked me, like, what is the Force? Words I didn't know if I'd ever say in church. And the Force in Star Wars is a mystical energy field that connects all living things in the galaxy. It gives, these names, Jedi, and their counterparts, the Sith, their power, but it's more than just magic. It's a spiritual force. That's what I love, have always loved about this series and this genre. The spiritual force that binds, that guides, and that flows through everything. The force has two sides. It has a light side, rooted in peace, compassion, and balance, and a dark side that's driven by fear and anger and control. But in short, the force is the energy of life, unseen but always present, connecting everything and calling us forward toward balance. I love that definition. I invite you to take a few deep breaths and have a little poem or a little blessing on the force. Share with us. But breathe in a sense of peace in this time. Try and let go of some of that anxiety that, I know if you turn on the news, you start feeling instantly. Social media, you start feeling it instantly. Let that go during this time if you can. Set it aside. Better yet, just let it go. Breathe in a sense of joy and love. Let go of any fear. That's what part of this day is about. The force is that sacred energy that flows through all things, binding the stars to the soil, the breath to the body, one soul to another. It cannot be owned, only trusted. It cannot be seen, it can only be felt in stillness, in courage, in love. It is the whisper of balance in a broken world, the light that rises when darkness falls, the holy mystery that connects all life. The force is not distant. It is with us always. Amen. Let us journey ever deeper into this. May the 4th be with you Sunday here at Faith UCC.
is everybody? Good? Maybe not. Our reading today is so special, and it comes from Luke chapter 1, verses 46 through 55, and it's called Mary's Song of Praise, the Magnificat. Many of you will know that. I want to assure you, you did not wake up this morning and it was Advent again. Just in case you're thinking, because we all normally we read this passage at Christmas, but today we would like for you to think of it as a great, powerful story of hope. Is that me? Okay, excuse me, I'm sorry. Back to business. This passage today is a maybe I should take this off.
No, it's your microphone.
So do I stand up here? Okay. This was not a part of what I planned. Anyway, if you think about hope, which we all need right now, I mean, think about it all around us, then you think of this passage, which represents a story of hope for all seasons. It is the gospel summed up. It is, for there is good news all around us, and evil will never win in the world. That's pretty important. Hello? God knows, I'd have to turn off my... All right, hear these words that Mary sings after it is revealed that her destiny is intertwined with a force of love so strong and magnificent in the world that it melts empires. Listen to what Mary has said. My soul magnifies the Lord, and my spirit rejoices in God my Savior. For he has looked on the humble estate of his servant. For behold, from now on, all generations will call me blessed. For he is mighty and has done great things for me. Holy is his name. And his mercy is for those who fear him from generation to generation. He has shown strength with his arm. He has scattered the proud in the thoughts of their hearts. He has brought the mighty from their thrones and exalted those of humble estate. He has filled the hungry with good things, and the rich he has sent away empty. He has helped his servant Israel in remembrance of his mercy, as he spoke to our fathers, to Abraham, and to his offspring forever. Thank you. Next time I'll...
Let's hear it for Pam. Woo! That was hard. Did we find out what was it a droid? Was that a droid somewhere? R2D2 out there? Is that what we were hearing? We didn't find out what. Oh, wow. Good reminder to silence our cell phones, though. So for sure. Hey, I'm going to read another version of that because it's an interpretation of that verse in Star Wars language. So I want you to hear it in Star Wars language. This is called a Star Wars flavored rewrite of Mary's Magnificat. It's called the Magnificat of the Rebellion, Mary's song in the language of the Force. Mary said, "My soul aligns with the light, and my spirit pulses with the force that sets us free. For the Holy One, not an emperor, not a warlord, has looked upon me, a nobody from nowhere, and seen a spark worth igniting. From now on, all generations will call me a rebel of hope. The Mighty One has done wonders, not with weapons, but with mercy. The force flows through the lowly and the bold. It scatters the proud like stardust in a solar wind. It pulls down tyrants from their thrones and lifts up the forgotten, the droids, the orphans, the ones cast aside. The hungry are filled, the poor are empowered, and the rich are sent away, empty, bloated, with nothing. This is the way of the force of love, the promise whispered to our ancestors, from Leah to Luke, from prophets to poets, from generation to generation. For the rebellion lives on, and the light has not gone out." Woo. About that, huh? Wow. That doesn't give you some goosebumps, huh? So the year was 1979. It was May 4th, to be exact, when in the United Kingdom, a 53-year-old woman, a chemist, and a lawyer by training, was elected prime minister, the first woman to ever be elected to that vaunted position. Her name was Margaret Thatcher. The Conservative Party was so thrilled with the surprising victory, and they wanted to celebrate, so they decided to take out an ad. I have it on the screen up there, in the London Evening News, in what they thought was a bit of kind of a fun, creative way to celebrate her victory, and they came up with this headline: "May the 4th be with you, Maggie. Congratulations." Now keep in mind that just 2 years earlier, on May 25th, 1977, the at the time controversial and critically unacclaimed, it really was at first, movie Star Wars had been released with its infamous line that was spreading throughout the galaxy far, or the Galilee, far, far away: "May the Force be with you." So it seemed that the timing was right, and this was a creative way to celebrate a major victory and look pretty hip for them while doing so. Little did the newspaper editors that came up with this line know that that simple play on the Force with the 4th, well, that would endure. And long before it would become a national day of celebration of the art of storytelling, and also of the overcoming of evil with good. And also, let's be honest, an excellent reason for adults to get dressed up in costumes and say, "May the 4th be with you," to each other. And it became a household phrase, and it kind of spread and began to be celebrated annually. Here we are today, for the first time in my time here at Faith UCC, standing in that same tradition on May 4th, 2025. So again, I say to you, may the 4th be with you, which actually, strangely, hang on to this, sounds an awful lot like namaste. Hold on to that. Put that in your hat, huh? I'm going to throw another date at you. It might at first seem not all that connected to the story at hand, but that without this date and this author and this book, this day, today, may the 4th be with you, may very well not exist at all, other than simply May 4th. The date is 1949, and the author is Joseph Campbell. And the book is A Hero with 1,000 Faces. Yeah, you see, Joseph Campbell, who was a famed professor of mythology, he wrote his famous book as a kind of a testament to the hero that we all have within us. The book is about the archetypal journey that occurs in every single major and minor religion and mythology throughout time, and therefore speaks to something really deep within us as we continually love to tell and read and watch stories We have done that all throughout millennia of people having amazing journeys and then emerging transformed because of those journeys, somewhere on that path. You have heard me talk about this several times. You've heard me talk about this in relation to famous Bible stories like David and Goliath. The motif fits. Moses on the mountaintop. He goes up, he comes down transformed, right? With those 10 tablets. He dropped 5 on the way. There were 15, a tablet fell, it broke, we only have 10. I wonder what was on those other 5. You've heard me talk about it, Daniel in the lion's den. Same motif, right? Same theme. How about Jonah and the belly of the fish? Does anybody actually believe that a man lived in a fish for like a week? Literally? Like literally lived in a whale or a fish? All right, so that's the motif. Jesus in the wilderness, same motif. Mary and her miraculous pregnancy, same motif. And yes, even Jesus in the tomb, who the story says conquers death and rises after 3 days. These are only the tip of the iceberg. The Bible is loaded with these stories, but in each case, there's a certain motif that Campbell pinpointed and laid out in this really influential book he calls the motif the hero's journey. And this is what it looks like. A person lives a fairly ordinary life. They heed or they flee from a call to adventure. They often refuse that call. That's very common, especially in the Bible. They find a mentor. They have trials on the way. They approach some kind of inner cave. Wow, could be a belly, could be a den, could be a wilderness. They go through an ordeal of some kind. They experience some kind of reward. They journey the road back, and upon return, they have experienced some kind of resurrection or transformation. Again, the Bible, for our purposes as a church, is just loaded with these motifs. And today, in current culture outside of religion, let's get away from the Bible, from all your favorite Marvel movies. I know there's a bunch of Marvel fans out here, right? Or your Disney movies and shows, to the dramas that you sit at home at night and watch on Netflix or IHOP or whatever else they're on. I don't even know. Series like The Crown or The Bear, or how about Ted Lasso? How about This Is Us? Who here's watched This Is Us? Yeah, you name the show. You go ahead and name the show. Campbell's motif is seen all over the place. It's so common now that you may not even notice it, but it's there. Whenever anyone undertakes a journey of transformation in some way, or whenever anyone overcomes an ordeal and emerges in a new way, or whenever someone, I love these ones, is held down and gets back up and fights their way back up, that motif is seen. It becomes quickly obvious that Campbell was dead on in this book. He was so correct. This motif exists all throughout time, and our stories from millennia ago till today are loaded with them. And second, there's an ultimate truth in all of this, that we are drawn to this kind of storytelling. There is something in us that yearns for stories of the journey, the trial, the overcoming, and often evil being vanquished by the good. And we cannot escape that if we tried, nor would we want to. Anyway, back to Campbell. So he writes this book, amazing book, and he sets it on a path as a career of the most celebrated expert on world myths, sets him on motion. And somewhere along the line, there's a young man, and he's reading books, and he comes upon Joseph Campbell's work, and his name is George Lucas. Yeah. And he reads Campbell's work, and he's enamored with it, so much that he attempts to use its central ideas to create what he calls a new modern myth, one that stands in line with the great stories from the past, but speaks more to the present. There he is, amidst all his props. It's just such a great photo. And what emerges from that attempt, you see it around him, after several agonizing years of writing and developing characters and creating worlds and new ideas that were light years ahead of their time, well, he brought to life a story that thrilled us way back in 1977 when Star Wars was released, and continues to thrill us today through new series, new movies, and yes, even theme parks. And if you have not been over to Galaxy's Edge yet at Universal Studios, I suggest you head there this afternoon. Because it's a treat to behold. It's a treat to behold. But here's the thing, Star Wars, it's not just science fiction. It's not a science fiction saga. It's not just that, set in some galaxy far, far away, blending kind of like like a space opera myth and political drama kind of thing. No way, at its core, it is about the battle that we see every single day, the battle between good and evil, told through stories of rebels and empires and Jedi Knights and ordinary people caught in extraordinary events. Star Wars explores the themes of hope and resistance and overcoming, redemption, family, and the power of choice. And yeah, well, it's packed with starships and lightsabers, cool things, and alien worlds, the stuff of science fiction. What makes Star Wars and all of those corresponding series resonate is its timelessness as a story for our hearts, choosing courage over fear, choosing love over hate, choosing justice over control, and in all cases, choosing freedom and the chance to overcome whatever it is that life has thrown your way. So in reality, every time that you say, "May the Force be with you," or "May the Fourth be with you," what you're really saying at essence is, may hope be with you. May peace be with you. May courage be with you. May joy be with you. May light be with you. For at its heart, that is what the story and all of the ones that have spun off it tell us. I was just watching Andor last night, season 2. Anybody watching that with me right now? Any Andor takers out there? Really? A whole church and not one person watching it? I'm all alone in this endeavor? Come on, people. Come on, people. It's on Disney Plus. Let's get with it. For what all of these, whether you're watching them or not, tell us is that there's evil in this world, right? There's evil in this world. There are forces of destruction bent on destroying. But the overall prevailing essence of the universe, this is what it teaches us, is goodness. It's a part of the universe and it's a part of us, and therefore us all the time if we can just learn to trust. You hear that word come up a lot in Star Wars, to trust that it is there and to tap into it in our lives, in our nation, in our situations, and in our world. So no wonder that this has endured for so as long as it has, for we are craving stories where good wins and where evil is vanquished. And we are craving stories where we can overcome anything and all circumstances that life throws at us. There's a power that flows, in other words, that we can draw upon, but we just have to have the faith to trust that it's there, especially in the hardest of times. That's why I chose Mary's famous song today. Now, whether it was said by Mary or more likely, goes back to storytelling, put on her lips by the storytellers, because this is an ancient song. It doesn't matter. That is the power of myth. It transcends categories of literalness to speak to more universal longings that resonate with us. They knew that then. These writers were pretty smart. They were pretty smart, and we still know that now. So Mary's story is a powerful one. As a lowly peasant girl is chosen to bring God into the world, and it's powerful as a song of hope, echoed countless times throughout the Bible of the hope in another kind of world where, God dang it, tyrants don't reign. You know, they don't send out pictures of themselves as the Pope. You'll see it, don't worry. It's about a world where the proud are scattered, you know, and the mighty are brought down from their thrones. We love that stuff. The humble are exalted, the hungry are fulfilled, and the rich are sent packing. This is a world of reversal that this text speak of, and fairness for all people who have suffered under the power and abuses of empire for just too long. And if I've still not convinced you with the Mary saga, well, look to other stories, you know, that just show the same worldly reversals. Think of every Christmas Eve. What do we hear? We hear the shepherds. They're the ones out in the fields that the angels burst in upon. The poorest of the poor out in the field. They're the ones that find out about the birth of a Savior first. The lowest, the poorest, not the kings, not the empires, not the thrones, none of that. It's the poorest of the poor. They found out. A young Jewish woodworker who should mean nothing to us in the scheme of history. That's the way history is written by the little people. But he's transcends his circumstances from being a peasant, a tecton, an artist, a carpenter's son, to becoming Lord. That's what he's called, Lord, a title that was only reserved for the Emperor Caesar himself. Think of that. That's a reversal. Think of the men and women, the prophets, ordinary in life, being given the gifts of courage and prophecy to speak words of power to kings and queens, even though a lot of the time they really didn't want to. But they drew in and had a courage, or even the simple idea, my favorite of the entirety of scriptures, of light shining in a darkness that will never be overcome. So Mary's story and all of these and countless others in the Bible alone are about the reality that indeed there's madness and evil and injustice in the world, but they're not going to have the final say. For there is a force of love moving through all things that is there just waiting to be seen and trusted. Call it the force, call it God, call it the ground of being, call it the essence of the universe in which Paul says we all live and move and share our being within anyways. It is there. And its essence, it is good. It is always good. And that's why these stories are told again and again to remind us of that fact. There's goodness in this world, flowing all the time. As I reflected on this, May the 4th be with you Sunday, I guess I realized that's what I've always taken away from Star Wars, this series, which I love. I'm a Star Wars guy. This is my generation. I love this whole series. That's why I was watching Andor last night. I love it. In fact, in one of my earliest memories, I'm not making this up, when I was 6 years old, I was thinking about it this week as I was working. I remember being in the theater with my dad, Southtown Movie Theater in Bloomington, Minnesota. I was born in 1971, so when Star Wars came out, I was 6. Think about that. And he took me to see Star Wars. You know, not long after it opened, I'm sure he told my mom, "Oh, Mike wants to see it." He wanted to see it. I did the same thing when the new ones came out with my own kids. "Oh, they want to see it." And I was like, "No, they don't." I'm like, "Yes, they do, and we're going." "You want to see it." All right, guilty. But still to this day, I remember one scene in particular that shook me. I was 6 years old, you know, on this big screen. And it's the opening scene when Luke is with Ben, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Again, a name I never thought I'd get in a sermon in my life. And C-3PO and R2-D2. And they come upon the bodies of dead Jawas. And then Luke realizes that if they got them, the Empire, evil, got to them, well, then his home, which was not far away, was not safe either. So he jumps in this thing I wanted so badly when I was a kid, one of those sand speeders. God, I wanted one of those so badly. I think we're getting close to those actually being a thing. My dream will come true. And so he rushes home in that sand speeder, And as he gets close to home, he sees smoke on the horizon coming up. And I'm sure inside his heart sank. And I've never forgot seeing the image. The music's playing, and all you see in this one scene are these two burned bodies on the ground of his aunt and his uncle, killed by empire. I'm 6. I encountered these things very often, you know? And I've never forgotten what an impact seeing those two bodies made on me at that young age, a young mind wondering, why does that kind of evil that burns human beings like that exist in the world? Why? You know, and I'm sure my dad had no answer. So I asked him on the way home, I'm sure. And then I watched that scene so many times as a kid, and seeing it again this past week just brought all of this back, and I remember it. But I also remember then how over time, how vindicated then I felt. You know, as the movie went on, when Luke at the end, and if this is a spoiler alert, I'm sorry, it's been 50 years. I don't think spoiler alerts can exist. I mean, is it 50? It's got to be close to 50, 90, 77? Yeah, okay, yeah. We're talking, you know, so if you haven't seen it, close your ears. You're 50 years too late, but in the end, it is he who discovered those burning bodies, that evil, terrible deed done, that moment done. It is he who discovers them, who's the one to fire that laser and to destroy the ultimate source of all evil in that Death Star. And to do it was so cool. Technology, everything's technology, right? He turned it all off. Remember the scene. He turns it all off. And he goes in guided by his heart, guided by his trust in goodness, guided by the Force, as we call it. And he destroyed that Death Star. And he vanquished evil and emerged victorious over the worst impulses of creation: greed, power, violence. And just for a moment, the mighty were cast down. The lowly were lifted up. They were saved. The innocent were saved. The tyrants were no more. A light shined in the darkness. And a humble peasant boy became the new Lord. There was good news for the oppressed. There was peace. At least that was the hope. Gives me chills. And that's why I want to lift this up today. That's why I'm like, we got to celebrate this day. You know, we can't let this pass because it's been 11 years since it was here, and it's not going to be back for another 6 years on a Sunday. It's because light truly does shine in the darkness. And good can win in the end. And courage can see us through. Now, this theme has so much meaning for us right now on several fronts. One is in our nation. Thinking of our own empire, right? Whew. I'm not sure I need to make the obvious links between evil and good here. Empire and rebellion, I'll let you do that on your own. The ancient motif raised by Campbell and brought to life by Lucas and acted out on the big screen shows us that evil, yeah, it exists, but so does the courage to meet it, and that we are called to have courage to face it, and that we can, especially when we stick together. This is a big part of the Star Wars series. We can meet it, and we can defeat it. Nationally, globally, galaxily. Is that even a word? I don't even know. We can learn a lot from this story and these motifs in these hard times in this nation right now with the stuff that we're going through, the injustices that we're going through. Whew, and the same goes for our lives. You know, one of the steps on Campbell's hero journey, and one lifted up big time throughout Star Wars, is the idea of death and resurrection. Not in the biblical sense necessarily, but more personal, in the sense that part of the hero's journey, which every single one of you in here is a part of. You all have this within you. Well, part of that is a continual dying and arising. Dying to the things in life that we need to let go of, that no longer suit us, that hurt us, that leave us wounded, and rising to a new way of being that transcends those things. And we see that all over this series, especially with Luke. So the question I kept coming back to as I wrote this sermon is, what do we need? What do you need in your life? And what in your life do you need to die to today? Or what do you need to let go of? And what needs to rise up in its place? And remember, like Luke, like Leah, like Yoda, like Mary, like Jesus, like Paul, like Peter, Mary, and Paul, Peter, Paul, and Mary, they all died. They all died to a previous existence, and they became something new. So what new life thing is calling to you right now in your life? How can you rise in your life in this time? For again, when we say, may the 4th be with you, we're not uttering some trite phrase. What we're really saying is that you have it in you to transcend anything that life throws your way. You are a hero owning your own journey, and you have the ability to rise into a new future, and your courage will lead the way. As we wrap up the sermon, I say to you again, may the 4th be with you, and I say to you, namaste. And as I say those things, I realize while writing this sermon that when we say either one of those, we're really saying the exact same thing. For they both resonate with the same spiritual frequency. They both are blessings. They both recognize that something sacred or powerful lives in or around a person. They both convey respect, connection, and presence. And finally, they both convey the idea that we are not just individuals, but we're a part of a larger interconnected reality. And I think that's pretty cool. And we've been saying namaste for a long time, and you know what that makes us? A Star Wars church. So my friends, may the 4th be with you, and namaste. The hero in me, the Jedi in me. Oh yeah, the Jedi in me recognizes the Jedi in each one of you. Now, go boldly where no one has gone before. Oh wait, dang it. That's for another sermon. May the 4th be with you, everybody. Namaste. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, as we come to this time of communion, as I always like to say, at Faith UCC, all are welcome. All are welcome at this table. That is the way it should be. That's what the church over there said, that they practice the same thing, and so they must know that about us, because they made that point that we also say all are welcome at the communion table, which I think that's pretty cool. So that's the way it should be. All are welcome here. Simple instructions, please come up the center aisle. We have, all of our bread is gluten-free bread, and we'll have juice over on the sides, and you can head back to your chair and enjoy a time of inner peace, contemplation, centering, or talking with a neighbor, however that's meaningful for you. And if you're not comfortable coming forward or able to come forward, we will come to you and serve you right where you are. I wonder if you'll join me in our very interesting communion litany today. Galaxies near and far across time and space, well, love has called people to gather, to break bread, to share life, to remember. The light is never defeated.
Today we come to this table, young Padawans and wise teachers, rebels and wanderers,
Not because we are perfect, but because we are loved. Not because we have all the answers, but because we hunger for hope. Not because we are fearless, but because we are brave enough to trust the light. May the force of love be with us.
the force of love moves through all life, binding us together, giving us strength, calling us to resist fear, hate, and despair.
Remember the great story, how love was born in vulnerability, how peace was proclaimed in defiance of empire, how hope rose from a dark tomb into brilliant light.
And so we join our voices with the stars, the planets, and every generation singing a song of hope. Blessed is the one who brings light into the world. May the source of love be with us now and always.
On the night when darkness tried to overcome the light, Jesus gathered with his friends, and he took bread, and he blessed it and broke it, and he said,
This bread is the body of new life, given for you. Take and eat.
Then he took a cup, and he blessed it, and he broke it and said, or poured it, and said,
This cup is the new covenant, poured out in love for all. Whenever you drink it, remember me.
Maybe he broke it too, I don't know, but we'll see. So now we eat, and we drink, and we remember. The force of love still moves among us.
Come, the force of love, move through these gifts of bread and cup. Move through our hearts and our lives and our galaxy.
Make us rebels of hope, keepers of peace, and bearers of light to a broken and wounded world. A couple of concerns to lift up for you. I want to share another joy. Esther Tanner has a birthday on Tuesday. That was given to me, Esther. Happy birthday to you. Love celebrating all those joys we can. So, a couple of concerns I want to lift up before we come to the table here. Please hold Cindy Black in your hearts and prayers. Cindy is heading to rehab. She's had a hard time health-wise lately, so we're hoping she turns a corner. She's got a good spirit. Barbara's with her. She's in here somewhere supporting her. And just let her know we're thinking about her always. And Cindy, if you're online with us, keep on going and just know that you are in our hearts. Hold Meredith McMurray as well, who's she's had some health struggle. Oh, she's here. Oh my God, she's here. All right. Meredith's back. That's a joy. I didn't see you here.
I just want to say I'm back and I'm totally recovered.
All right. Prayers answered. Prayers just get answered here. Check, check. Way to go, Meredith. We're happy to have you back with us. And also continue to hold Elizabeth Cohn in your hearts and prayers as well, who continues a long road of recovery for her own surgery that she had very recently. And it was a doozy. So prayers for Elizabeth Cohn in this time as well. And I think I had a note, Jim Peterson. Jim Peterson's still in the hospital again. So hold Jim in your hearts and prayers as well. He just keeps going back and forth. The poor guy can't catch a break. So hold Jim in your hearts and prayers as well. And Deb Anderson. Deb's waiting for a hip replacement. Keep Deb on our list as well. She's in pain and just waiting. I think it's next week coming up here. So can't get here fast enough for her. So Deb, we can't wait till you get that replacement. We'll support you through it and then get you back to us here. And can't wait till you come. Yeah.
7:55 a.m. tomorrow, we're all going to pray for Marge Brown, who's going to have a test, and it's going to be just fine.
All right. Marge Brown, we are praying for you at 7:55? 7:55 tomorrow morning. You got it, Marge.
May the force be with Marge Brown.
May the force be with Marge Brown. I love it. Will you join me in just a little moment of prayer and centering? Across time and across galaxies, people have gathered around simple tables to remember what truly binds us. It's not control, it's not fear, but the living force of love, present among us, moving through us, calling us to something greater. Today we join that ancient rhythm at this table, this rebel outpost of hope, where there's always room for one more. Here we remember the vision of our teacher, Jesus, who imagined a different kind of realm, a kingdom, not an empire. A world where no one is turned away, where abundance is shared, and where each being's worth is honored without condition. As we break this bread and pour this cup and share this bread and enjoy this cup, we do more than we remember. We recommit. So may this act of communion nourish our spirits, fuel our courage, and guide us like stars in the dark. May we leave this table as agents of the light, carrying on Jesus' legacy of justice, hope, and boundless love in this galaxy and beyond. May the force of love be with us always. I wonder if you'll join me in praying an interpretation of that ancient prayer that Jesus asked us to pray long ago. The words are on the screen. Our Creator, who art in every living being, hallowed be thy name in the dance of creation. Come, thy will be done on earth as it is in the interconnected web of life. Give us this day our daily sustenance as we recognize the abundance of nature around us. Forgive us our trespasses against the earth as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into greed and consumption, but deliver us from the illusion of separateness. For thine is the unity, the diversity, and the everlasting cycle, from birth to death and back to the eternal embrace of renewal. Amen. Hey, let's rise up and bow to your spirit before we come to the table. We love singing this hymn, Won't You Let Me Be Your Servant? And on the final verse, I'll invite you to start, or even into the second to final verse, invite you to start coming forward for communion. Join me in our prayer of thanksgiving here. We give thanks for this meal of unity, courage, and love, strengthened by your Spirit, oh God. We rise as bearers of the light, ready to stand for justice, ready to walk in peace, ready to be a part of a rebellion of hope. All right, amen. We already had this one, Pride. This is really exciting. This is really cool. So if you want to take a time, this is awesome. This will become a new annual thing for us. We'll be on the first day of Pride. If any church is going to be there, it should be this one, right? We should be there with the table. So, all right, we got volunteers already. So if you can volunteer for an hour or something, come on by. It'll be a fantastic way to kick off the month. I know the golf cart parade's coming up too. Information's on their chamber's Facebook page about that. So Pride's coming up, and we want to celebrate it boldly and loudly this year since, there's an attempt to kind of hamper it a bit, but we're not going to let that happen here. So
The golf cart parade is May 30th.
Thank you, Casey. May 30th. Yeah, check on Facebook for that. New member brunch. If you are like, I want to join this place, I've been thinking about it. It's coming up next week, so we're kind of putting this as the last feelers out. If you want to be a part of this, it's 9:30 to about 11:30. We just get together and tell our stories. If you want to learn more about the church, can be an inquirer thing. Like maybe you're like, I think I want to join this place, but I'm not quite sure. And what does this all entail? 9:30 to 11:30, we'll be in the gathering space. We'll have croissants or something like that. And it's really a great morning to just sharing our stories, learning more about the church, and finding out what being a member of Faith UCC is all about. So if you are interested in that, Barbara Holton is right here.
Please let me know today.
Yes, today. If you're like, I want to be a part of this, let her know today. So we're going to finalize that list this afternoon for next week. So that'll be next Saturday, 9:30 to 11:30 in here. So all are welcome. Join us. Just let us know you're coming. How about that? And there's a blank announcement there. I don't know what that means. We're going to announce something, but it went away. So it's whatever you wanted to announce. What it means is stick around for cake, and I think there's going to be pizza and celebrate an 80th birthday. If you are interested in the personal growth group, we will be meeting either up here or out in the garden afterwards as well. So talk to me if you're interested in, what is that? What is that thing? I want to know more about it. So Ellery, you had real quick?
The blank one is movie night, June 6th, movie Rustin.
Movie Rustin, June 6th. Okay, we got it in the newsletter. We'll get more information on that one next week. But mark June 6th on your calendar. We're going to watch Rustin right here. Popcorn, all sorts of good stuff. It's Friday night. Should be great. Great movie, by the way. You really want to see. If you haven't seen it, don't see it until that Friday night. Come see it here. That's what that blank one should be. Thank you, Ellery. Perfect. And just want to say, if you're giving, thank you. 390 pounds of food again. You guys are incredible. Your generosity knows no bounds. Your financial giving, thank you. We're needed with what's going on out there with the protests and with things. This place is so vital right now. I can't think of a time we were more vital than we are right now. So your support means the world to keeping us that way. If you are visiting, you're like, I want to leave an offering with this place. We have plates on the back table. And if you're online, my friends, just go to right there at faithucc.org, and you can click on that PayPal link right there under the giving link on our website. Oh, here we go. Let's rise up and bow to your spirit. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to reverse. I didn't know it was going to start so soon. Okay. We're going to start that over. I wish you a blessed week. We don't want to rush it that fast. I wish you an amazing week, my friends. Whatever it is you're doing this week, do it with courage. Live the force. Trust it's a part of you. Know that there's nothing in life that you can't rise from. Nothing in life you can't rise from. So take that with you this week. Have a wonderful week. Happy 80th birthday, Don. Let's go celebrate you in a second. But first, let's sing our way out of here. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with us. Hope this works. That was meant to be with earth have to sing really fast. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow to take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Woo! Peace on earth and let it begin with me. Go in peace, everyone. Love one another. May the 4th be with you.